All right, for the next 4 weeks, KTVU is celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month.
And today we're marking the occasion with a traditional Salvadoran food called pupusas.
Yeah, Sal is making them right now with David from one restaurant here. Sal, how's it going out there?
Well, you know, it is going to be going okay. We'll see, because I've been great at eating pupusas. And let me show you what they are here. Let me hold them up here. If you've ever had these, you know they're delicious, right? Okay, so I can eat it. There's the curtido right there that you put on them, and there's a salsa. I brought in some people from Bayunco, Los Bayuncos, right, to help me make this. So the secret to making a good pupusa, we're going to learn about this later, but this lady here has been making them for years and years. She's going to show me the secret, and let me give you a hint, Andre and Garcia. The secret is that you have to get the masa consistency right, okay? So this is what I'm going to learn, because when I try at home, somehow I can't seem to get it right. So coming up later on Mornings on 2 to 9, we're going to get down to the work of making the pupusas like the real Salvadoreños, okay? You hear me? Okay.
Like your grandma made for you all through your childhood, right?
Yeah, my grandmother, my Aunt Daisy, you know, they still make them. One of my long-time family friends, Blanca, comes over and makes them on a real comal, right? So they're delicious to eat. They're hard to make. We're going to find out how a little later on.
Okay, get to it, Sal. You're all gloved up, ready to go. I know they're delicious. I mean, I think we've all had them, you know, for lunch and that sort of thing. But now we're learning the inside secrets.
Yes, and we get to taste them too.
Right. Well, of course, check in with Sal and monitor his progress throughout the morning. And Sal is busy on those pupusas. How's the masa coming, Sal? Okay.
All right, KTVU continues celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month over the next 4 weeks. And what better way than to mark it by making the traditional Salvadorian dish, pupusas.
Starting to smell good in here.
Yes,
Let's run back out to Sal. You've been busy for the past several minutes. How's it going?
Well, it's going well. You know, I have high standards because I grew up with family members who made the best pupusas, if I don't mind saying. So we do have from Los Bayuncos here, who is going to help us make the actual masa. What's the trick here? And we're going to show more a little later on, because to get to this consistency here from that powder in the water, how do you do it?
So it's two basic ingredients. We have maseca, which is used a lot in Salvadoran cuisine out here in the United States. Comes to the closest that you can get from El Salvador, and it's just water. We're going to mix it.
It's just water, but the consistency is so important.
It's in the hands. My mom next to you, she's the one that, she says that when the masa doesn't stick to your hand, it's close. It's ready for you to start, you know, making the pupusas.
All right, so Andre and Garcia, he's going to show me how to get from that to this beauty. See, it's not sticking to my hands, right? And then obviously later it's going to be, you know, made into a filled tortilla. So that's the secret. So when we come back, we'll show you that. And there's also another secret that I just learned. I was today years old when I learned the secret and how not to have too much masa in relationship with the cheese and everything else. So we'll teach you that too.
All right, we'll check in with you then. Thanks so much, Sal.
We are excited to mark Hispanic Heritage Month today by highlighting a delicious Central American staple that has been declared the national dish of El Salvador. Sal Castaneda, not on the anchor desk. He is busy with an even better assignment today. He is working on making pupusas, and he's actually been doing it right here in the studio. Of course, Sal's watched his relatives do this for decades, and now he is trying it for himself. We'll get to check in on his progress in a second.
For the next 4 weeks, KTVU is celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. From stories about entrepreneurship to farm field education to delicious food segments, we have you covered all month long. Joining us in studio now is the segment you've been holding on all morning for. We're making pupusas with Carlos from Los Bayuncos, which is a place that I could hire you to come to my backyard party. You might even bring your mom here,
she will be there,
Carmen, who's making, so both of you know how to make pupusas, all right?
Yes,
so. In case you don't know, pupusas is the national dish of El Salvador.
Correct.
My uncle Carlos and Marina, we went to El Salvador to visit them. On the way home from the airport, we stopped at a pupuseria. That's how big it is. I mean, can I get a steak in El Salvador? Yes, I can. But pupusas are like pizza, all right? That's
correct.
Everyone loves it. It's like the treat. So I learned some things about we made the masa last time. So this is the thing that always gets people, all right? So they're so good to eat. But, all right, guide me through this, Carlos. Okay, so I made a ball here.
So then you want to just use your little,
Like that,
yes,
right?
and
To
do
make
a little dip.
Little dip. Is that a good enough dip?
And a little one right there.
Okay.
And then we're going to go ahead
And
we're
put
gonna
the.
put some.
Okay, so
Whatever you want.
Carmen, frijoles, beans,
Yeah.
queso,
Queso. Chicharrón.
chicharrón, which is the pork.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, pues.
It's the hard part.
Okay, this is the hard part. So,
You want it,
You need to put your down. Yeah.
and then you want to kind of just pinch it. Right. Then you want. This is the trick where you don't want the extra masa, which makes it.
that's the trick.
So you see
Okay,
how much
so
extra?
from eating these all my life, when I go to a restaurant and I have a pupusa, if there is too much masa in relationship to the fillings, it's not as good. So I just learned that trick, that little pinching thing. Okay, so now here's the other part. I have to make it into. ¿Lo estoy haciendo bien?
Sí.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Okay. Carmen showed me how to do this a little earlier. ¿Ya está lista? Un poquito más.
Un poquito más. Vale, puedes ponerla ahí si quieres.
Okay. All right, here we go. Now, there's also another secret that I learned. If your hands get sticky, is this olive oil?
This is just regular oil. Canola.
Regular oil, canola
Yeah,
oil,
just a
and you
little
put it
bit.
in just a little in your hands.
Not too much.
Okay,
You don't want
so
to.
this is what it looks like when it's done. Okay, and you eat it with this. Tell me what curtido is. Tell people what curtido is.
Curtido is a pickled coleslaw for us. It pretty much basic ingredients is shredded carrots, shredded cabbage, oregano, white and apple cider vinegar, and red flakes with salt.
This is my wife's favorite. She'll put a big mound of, she'll get one of these and put a big mound. And then there's also the red salsa,
Yeah,
right?
the salsa for the pupusas is
Okay.
a must as well.
So the last thing I'm going to say is the comal, this thing here. How do I go out and get a proper one if I want to make these at home?
Well, you can get them at the store.
Cast iron best?
Cast iron. Cast
Okay.
iron's okay, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your business.
Our business, we started in, me and my mom doing caterings for people in the Bay Area in their backyards, and slowly we progressed to doing events at different breweries all over in the Bay Area.
Breweries.
Yes.
I cannot think of anything better than a cold beer and a pupusa right off the comal, right?
Right off.
So congratulations to your small business.
Thank you.
I think I might have you over at my backyard parties. I think
We'll be there.
It's called Los Bayuncos. You can find them on Instagram. They're easy to get. And all throughout this Hispanic Heritage Month, we're going to have interesting stories, interviews about our culture. You can head over to our website where we have a dedicated page to this, ktvu.com/Hispanic Heritage Month. And you may not, this is the last part. I've been waiting for this. Where's the one I made?
You made this one.
This one. Okay, let's see. All right. Not bad.
It must be good if it sounds like that. I'm impressed.
The professionals probably, this isn't bad. I've made some really bad ones over my life.
That's how you
we're gonna
start.
come and
We
grab
have some for you to
yeah.
try from the professionals.
Okay. Oh,
I
fantastic.
like it.
Thanks, Sal.
The first ones are kind of ugly, right? Like making pancakes.
Yeah,
right?
when you're first trying it out.
Right, but then you get really good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Matters how it tastes,
Oh,
too.
Sal, your
Yeah.
whole family must be
All
so
right.
proud. We'll see you again in a second.
Gasia and Andre came over because the smell was just too good for them to stay away.
All right. Now,
Wait, these are the ones made by professionals, guys.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You can use a fork, but you can
Okay.
also.
Can you dig in with your hands?
You can with your hands.
If you're like with
definitely.
family and not on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh, this is hot.
Barbarian.
Is this salsa on the top gonna burn my mouth, or is it?
No,
is
it's
it mild?
relatively
so it's
mild.
Not like smoking hot.
Then again, I am Latino, so mild
Yeah,
for me
so I'll
does
let
not
you know.
mean mild for you, right? One last thing I do want to mention, Robert, if you could, is I want to show the comal, which is the griddle here. It has to be super hot. A little earlier, we couldn't get it hot enough, and then you could tell the difference in the pupusas once the comal got up to the right temperature. They look better. They look like what you might get in a restaurant. So if you buy one of these, make sure it's super hot.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's like salty and crispy and the kick of the vinegar and a little bit of spice.
So you're making some this summer?
Right.
I mean,
Yes.
this, when you have
They're gonna teach me more, and then I'm gonna make some for you. We'll
Okay,
see.
So
good.
I'll put in my order for like 4 dozen right
4
now.
dozen?
How many? You
No,
you
we're
want
getting
like 4
carried
dozen?
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Good for you, Sal. You grew up
you.
eating these, and here you are making them.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Your girls are gonna expect this for dinner, you know.
They will.
they will.
They'll
So-
see this segment and say, hey, where are mine?
Yeah.
And you to make them.
Yeah, your mom is so proud.
All right, that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you guys for coming in today. We appreciate it. Our next newscast is at noon, and Sherry Shepard starts right after this.